Okay, in this video, I'm going to share with you the reasons why I think Utah is the best RV travel destination in 2025. And stick around to the end because I have a reason that you might not have thought of yet. See, we just got back from a 10-day trip to Utah where we actually rented an RV. That's right, we rented it. I mean, we own one. As you can see, I'm in my RV right now, but we live on the East Coast and we only had 10 days. So it was too short of a time to drive all the way out to Utah, explore what we wanted to explore, and then get back home. So we actually rented through Outdoorsy, and it was the first time that we did that. Seamless. What a great experience we had anyway. I'm going to make a video on that in the next few weeks to let you know how that process went and how easy it was for us. But let me know in the comments below if you have ever rented an RV through Outdoorsy or RV Share, or any of the other services that are out there that allow you to rent RVs. But we rented a 2024 Winnebago Revel, and it was amazing. I mean, perfect for this type of trip and this type of travel that we did. In and out of everywhere. So easy to park, so easy to maneuver and get to places. But again, I'm going to make a video on that in the near future. But right now, I want to tell you about the reasons that I think that Utah is really one of the best travel destinations for you and your RV. The first one, and obviously the biggest one, and the reason that we went there was the national park access. There are 5 national parks, all within about, I would say, 5 hours of each other. They're called affectionately the Mighty Five. That is Zion, Bryce Canyon, Canyonlands, Arches, and Capitol Reef. And we traveled to them all. And let me tell you, they are all so unique in their own way. I mean, nothing like we see here on the East Coast. So completely different. It's almost like otherworldly. I don't know how else to explain it, but they're all within 5 hours driving time of each other, which makes it so accessible for you in an RV to really go out there and get to all of these national parks within a week, because that's what we did. We were there for almost 10 days, but within a week, you can really cover all of these national parks. Now, yes, we would have liked to have spent more time at each of these national parks, but we were able to do it. I am going to make a video on each of the national parks we visited while we were there, but let me know in the comments if you've been to any of those 5 national parks and which one was your favorite. I'm going to save which one was my favorite to another video. But the access to the national parks in such a small kind of location was amazing. Also, we flew right into Vegas, which is only about 2.5, 3 hours away from Zion. So there's a major airport that you could fly into to access some of these parks. So that's a huge reason why, as an RV traveler, Utah just makes a great place for you to go. Another thing that's very helpful if you're an RV traveler is there is plenty of boondocking availability out in Utah. You see, we live on the East Coast where, let's be honest, very little, if any, boondocking availability here. So when you go out west and there's the ability for you to park your rig on land, it's incredible. It makes traveling to places a little less stressful because you don't have to worry necessarily about making reservations and making sure you have a place to stay. There is plenty of boondocking availability out west, and especially in Utah and near these national parks. So that makes it another great area for you to take your RV. One of the things that we loved and that really drew us out there at this particular time, we just got back last week, it's April, was the weather, the climate. Now, Utah has, I'm going to say this with a grain of salt kind of, but it has year-round weather capabilities, if that makes any sense. You could potentially travel there year-round. The weather wherever you are is really going to depend on the elevation that you're at. See, now, when we got there, truth be told, when we landed in Vegas, it was 98 degrees that day. So hot. And the first park we went to was Zion. And the 2 days we were there, it was in the mid 80s. Pretty warm for April anyway. But by the end of our trip, we were in Capitol Reef and we got 3 inches of snow. So we really saw 4 seasons of weather in a week. It all depends on your elevation. Now, you can find places that aren't too hot in the summer, as long as you're at a pretty decent elevation. And you can find places that are fairly warm in the winter. So it has this climate that really offers you the ability to travel there year round. Now, we went in April and we thought, to be honest, it was the perfect weather. Not too hot, unbearably hot, and not freezing. Yes, we got snow, but we almost welcomed it, and it was almost like a treat for us while we were there. I wouldn't have wanted it every day that we were there, but it was kind of like a treat. We liked it. So the year-round weather makes Utah a really great destination. Pardon me. Another thing is that they've really taken the time, many of these small towns surrounding the national parks, they've really taken the time to upgrade their RV infrastructure. And what I mean is you'll see new RV parks and new RV resorts springing up all over the place. Not in your face, I guess you could say, not overtaking the beauty of what's out there, but giving you more options and more choices. And I'm not talking about the campgrounds in the park. I'm talking about in the surrounding areas. For example, in Zion, the town there is Springdale, and a couple of really nice RV parks are opening up in and around that town. Moab, which is where Arches and Canyonlands is sort of close to, has a bunch of nice RV parks opening up in and around that town. And to be quite honest with you, I did not find them too expensive. Now, I don't know if that was because we were traveling on, I guess, what they call the shoulder season, but I did not find them too expensive. I only paid at some of them no more than $50 a night. So the RV infrastructure is really moving in the right direction out in Utah to make it attractive to RVers that want to go out there and maybe necessarily don't want to boondock. And the last reason that I'll give you that Utah is really one of the best travel destinations in 2025 is the dark sky. You see, again, I live on the East Coast, a lot of light pollution. You go out to Utah,